Today we are doing a little throwback. I don't know if you guys recognize some of these fragrances right here, but these are some oldies but goodies. I kind of wanted to do a fun video sharing honestly iconic scents I used to wear and that had me in a chokehold before Perfume Talk, before fragrance kind of took over social media in a way where there's new fragrance releases multiple times a week. These are my go-tos and I still love them to this day. These are all available on Walmart. So thank you to Walmart for sponsoring today's video. Let's go ahead and get into this. Let's start out with Juicy Couture. This brand definitely ruled the early and mid 2000s, especially their fragrances. And this one really was probably my favorite one. I wore this one so much, probably more like mid 2000s. I definitely wore Viva La Juicy a lot too. That was kind of my first introduction to Juicy Couture. I feel like we all kind of started with Viva La Juicy, but this one was probably my most worn. I still love this one to this day. This is the Gold Couture version. This is the one that is for the gourmand lovers, and I have always been a gourmand girl since day one. Gourmands were definitely not quite as crazy back then, especially in perfumes. We did have a lot of fun sweet girly scents though, but not a lot of like edible vanillas and stuff like that. That was more like Bath & Body Works Victoria's Secret. But Gold Couture, this so yummy. This one is sweet, it's decadent. I get caramel, vanilla, cupcake goodness. The notes include top notes of wild berries, gardenia, lily of the valley, which I know the original Viva La Juicy had that kind of berry undertone as well, which I think is kind of how they did a new take on it. Middle notes of honeysuckle, jasmine sandbag, vanilla orchid, and base notes, that's where I get the most from this. Caramel, vanilla, sandalwood, praline, ooey gooey goodness. A lot of these were from when I kind of first started my YouTube channel and I was working at Maurice's at the time, and I can just remember wearing so many of these fragrances and drenching myself before work. But yeah, I've always been a perfume girly or gourmand girly before it was cool, and this one still slaps. It is so good. Okay, this one's taking it back a little farther, but I still feel like this one is iconic. Like, I feel like this is still a scent that I really enjoy. This is DKNY Be Delicious. You guys know it. The apple packaging, are you kidding? This still is so good to this day and is still one of my favorite apple scents. It is so fresh, floral, sweet apple. This scent was so iconic. I feel like everyone had this one, and since it was so successful, they definitely had a lot of flankers of this. Like, they still are coming out with new ones to this day. They have so many. I think they had like the Ice Pops collection was the last one they did, but this is always going to be a favorite for me. And just the packaging, this was everything. Just a little apple. You can't beat it. So the notes on this one are cucumber, grapefruit, magnolia. The middle notes is that green apple, lily of the valley, tuberose, violet, and rose. And base notes, there's woody notes, sandalwood, and amber. It is beautiful. If you guys like very sweet, fruity, fresh florals, you have to try this one. And it's not too much apple. It's like the perfect just tinge of green apple sweetness. Okay, this one right here, honestly, this is still one of the best gourmand perfumes to this day, and it is Beast Mode. All of these are Beast Mode, okay? These were strong. Britney Spears, she has so many good fragrances, but this one was always a fave. Of course, I did have Curious back in the day, her first fragrance, and that one was nice, but when Fantasy came out, this one definitely took over. This is sweet, fruity, vanilla, cupcakey. Oh my gosh, I literally want to drown myself in this scent. If you guys like those sweet berry, slight cupcake scents, it's not like a straight vanilla cake, that's for sure. It's definitely very fruity sweet, but it just has that little bit of cupcake in here that I just think makes it so delicious. This is definitely a compliment getter too. Those sweet scents I feel like are always getting the compliments, but yeah, I will never get tired of this one. This will always have a spot in my fragrance collection no matter how many years go by. The notes include top notes of kiwi, red lychee, and quince. Middle notes, you're gonna get white chocolate, cupcake, orchid, and jasmine, and base notes of musk, orris root, and woodsy notes. I'm noticing a trend that all these perfumes kind of have more of that woody note in the dry down, but trust me, it is not prominent. It's just something that's going to give the longevity. That's why all these scents lasted so long on the skin, but it's not super noticeable because I'm not a fan of woody scents. This is straight sweet fruity goodness, like very much sugar cotton candy, just fantasy. Love it so much. I honestly really got into Victoria's Secret scents in high school. I feel like people always had these in their gym bag, and these will always be iconic, especially this one right here. This is Victoria's Secret Pure Seduction. They do sell their scents on Walmart now, which is so exciting. Again, all of these scents are so unique. I feel like there's nothing like this, but this kind of started it all, and they've had so many different versions of Pure Seduction now, but I've always really loved the original. It is fruity, a little musky, and it's so beautiful. The description says juiced plum, crushed freesia all night long. It's not really giving much for scent notes, but yeah, it's always had that really sweet, juicy plum, but not too sweet. I just get like clean, soft, juicy plum and a little bit of musk. I think it is gorgeous. Okay, we're getting into like a little bit of newer stuff. This is kind of more into my early mid-20s of scents I really liked in that like 2013, 2014 era. And I have to mention YSL Black Opium. Walmart did start carrying YSL on their site. I love so many of YSL's perfumes. They're one of my favorite fragrance houses. I feel like people hate on Black Opium so much, but I could never hate her. She's always been that girl for me. I really fell so hard for this scent when it came out because there was just nothing like this at the time. It kind of felt like a little grown up, more sexy version of a gourmand scent, and yeah, I wore this so much. It's definitely kind of that college era type of scent where you're going out in the club and all this stuff and just having fun. That's what Black Opium reminds me of. It is a gorgeous vanilla coffee patchouli type of scent. It's a little deeper, but still very sweet. I also love the La Parfum version. That one's probably my favorite right now because that one has a lot of vanilla in it, but I will always love this one. And she does not deserve the hate that she gets because she is always, like I said, she's that girl. It is so good. If you guys like a kind of vanilla coffee scent and you haven't tried this one, I'm so surprised if you haven't, but this is always top tier. It was kind of like the first of its time for incorporating more of a coffee note, and yeah, I can't even count how many bottles I have been through of Black Opium. Another one that kind of just reminds me of my mid-20s, early 20s. For more of a sexier scent, I really was into Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb. I feel like we all were at one point, and I still feel like this is such a good one. If you guys like, again, it's a little deeper, it's more patchouli, but it's still very sweet and floral, and it's to me more of like a floral gourmand. So again, taking kind of that gourmand essence but making it a little more grown up, a sexy night out vibe. This for a long time was my like special occasion perfume or like date night perfume because it is so insanely strong. I still feel like there is still people to this day that probably repurchase this one over and over again as their signature scent. I feel like no one has signature scents anymore with all the perfume craze, or at least the people that follow me probably don't, because I mean, what even is a signature scent these days? Back then I definitely had mine, but now I have so many favorites. I always have to pick my perfume based on my mood, and so I have so many different options now in my collection. But yeah, this one, great date night scent, absolutely love it. If you guys like a floral gourmand, very strong. You guys know I really enjoyed the new flanker this year, the intense version with this light pink bottle. But yeah, I've always been a Flower Bomb lover, and I feel like nothing really beats the original for the nostalgia and just how like crazy this perfume was. I remember it being like in every single magazine when you used to have the little perfume inserts that you could smell. I always remember always smelling this one, falling in love, and like begging my parents to buy it for me for Christmas. So love the original Flower Bomb. This scent had such a chokehold on me as well. Like, I fell hard for this fragrance, and that is Ariana Grande Cloud. Of course, Ariana Grande, she really had such a good lineup, but when Cloud dropped, this was definitely my favorite, and I could not stop wearing it. I honestly felt like it was so unique. I had nothing like it in my collection. I had never even heard of Baccarat Rouge at this point in my life, and nor would I ever spend that much on a fragrance in my 20s. I still love this one to this day. It kind of reminds me of musky cold coconut and vanilla whipped cream. This still takes me back every time I smell this. And I feel like now, since this has been out for a while, you can get like a really good price on it on Walmart. As well as they sell all of Ariana Grande's other fragrances too, which her line in general has just always been a favorite of mine because she's always had really fun, just like sweet perfume. So those are my picks for some very nostalgic scents that were so popular back in the day, but I still feel like have stood the test of time, like over 10 years for a lot of these. And I mean, I don't know, it's just so funny back in the day, like how things were a little bit different. And I used to always be into the celebrity perfumes. Like, I've had every single one, like the Nicki Minaj perfume, Justin Bieber had a couple, of course Taylor Swift Wonderstruck, which she needs to bring this back. I want these celebrities to bring back their iconic perfumes because I would love to have Taylor Swift Wonderstruck again. Lady Gaga's Fame perfume, that one I wore so much, and that one was so cool because the liquid was like black. It smelled very good, very sweet as well. All the celebrities did like sweet fragrances back in the day. But yeah, I would love to see a resurgence of some of those iconic celebrity perfumes that haven't been back in a while. But yeah, I thought it would be fun to just kind of mention some of the ones that I still feel like are pretty popular now. They've stood the test of time and you can still find them on Walmart. So again, I will link these down below. Let me know some of your nostalgic favorites. A lot of these I have such strong feelings about and have really good memories with, just like some of my favorites in my late high school and early to mid 20s stage. But I'm gonna let you guys go for now. Don't forget to check out my channel for some more fun fragrance videos and some makeup sprinkled in, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.